All right, so you understand that lately I've been talking about the issue of demoralization?
Mhm.
And of course, we don't have our little Promethean here, so what's your understanding of the definition of that? When somebody's demoralized, what are they going through? What are they like? What has happened?
Their self-esteem has gone down.
Self-esteem might be limited. What else? Here's somebody with high morale, then it drops. Demoralized, take the morale away. What do they look and act like?
Fear, some level of fear.
Afraid that it might keep going or that they can't get it back, Yeah, depending on what happened. I mean, if, a tornado came up and destroyed your house, you'd be pretty demoralized, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine those people standing outside the ruins? Your heart sinks, right? That expression, your heart sinks. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Well, you've had some demoralizing experiences in your life, one or two, right? Person might look very depressed, right? You've taken their mojo away completely. Their expectations and hopes for the future just went down the tubes in an important domain, if not across the board. They're dispirited. They're probably disappointed. They're let down. The world has let them down. They may have a case of the fuck it's, right? I don't want to play. Fuck this, right? Angry, contemptuous. In other words, from this experience of going from being sufficiently moralized, feeling good about life and yourself, etc., to a big dip, it's a Jekyll and Hyde change for somebody. So my argument is people with sufficiently high morale don't do addiction. If they encounter an opiate substance, cocaine, marijuana, alcohol, they may dabble, but if they feel that bringing their morale down, they will not go further. No one sacrifices high morale for the sake of becoming an addict. Now, how many people do you know with consistently high morale? Particularly if they're teenagers. 2?
Not very many.
2 dozen?
Yeah.
47 of them across the planet? Well, let's look at cultures where addiction is less likely to strike the adolescent population the same. I would suggest that they manage to maintain higher morale in general. That's why that's the case. But drugs are sort of not okay because they're too busy on that, that achievement track, right? So they don't necessarily have higher morale. They just have different access to things like drugs when they feel stressed or demoralized. But morale and demoralization still impact us the same. And when some young person gets demoralized and they don't have a way to restore their morale, just give me the drugs. Or some other form of acting out. Think of it like a teenage version of a tantrum. You take my morale away, I don't want to play on the team anymore. I go home, I kick the dog. I do the things that are available to me to express the tantrum and the storm that I have going on inside. And I don't mind if it hurts me. In fact, a little piece of this in the acting out when demoralized necessarily involves self-harm. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? So you're demoralized. You've been demoralized for some time. And aren't your folks really helping you get your morale back? Aren't your folks really helping you get your morale back? They would like to. They don't quite get it though, right? And they were not in a position to bring your girlfriend back, right? So no matter what they did there, they didn't have the power to do that.